Hi guys, welcome back to TOEFL with Juva. To get a high TOEFL writing score, you must use a lot of different vocabulary. Think about it. How often do you use very? We use very far too often. In this lesson, I will give you 10 great words to replace very and help you increase your TOEFL writing score. Let's get started. It's easy to get into patterns while you write. If you are like me, you probably use very a lot. You might say, traffic accidents are very common, or the lecturer said the plan has been very successful. However, there are a lot of other words that mean very. Use some of these to show off your vocabulary and boost your TOEFL writing score. Let's start with extremely. Use this word like very when you want to add even more stress to what you're saying. For example, you can change I was very excited when I was voted to be class president to I was extremely excited when I was voted to be class president. Another word like extremely is exceptionally. In fact, exceptionally fits well in the same sentence. I was exceptionally excited when I was voted to be class president. An exception is something unusual. Therefore, you were unusually excited when you became the class president. Exceptionally is a long word that really makes your TOEFL writing stand out. But you really just need to remember that it can take the place of a strong very. Has this video been helpful to you so far? If so, you can help me too. Click on like to show other people how to boost their TOEFL writing scores. I am now going to talk about completely. Again, this word replaces very. However, it has a little difference. Complete means that all the parts of something are together, right? Completely includes the idea of being whole. Let me show what I mean using this sentence. I was very tired after taking my TOEFL test. This means you were tired after your test. If you are very tired, you may still have a little bit of energy left. For example, a very tired person might still do homework after the test. Now for the new sentence. I was completely tired after taking my TOEFL test. Completely tired shows that you have no energy at all left over. You're so tired that you don't want to do anything else. You've added extra meaning with another word that means very. By the way, if you want to boost your score, check out my TOEFL writing templates. They use many linking words, different verbs and more. So if you memorize them, you will have all these words in your head when you take the TOEFL. If you need templates for TOEFL writing, click on the link in the description. You will find templates for all the TOEFL writing tasks, integrated writing and independent writing there, and plenty of examples to really boost your score. Next is totally. Total is the same as complete, right? So totally has the same meaning as completely. Check this out. The earthquake totally destroyed the city hall. That means that the earthquake damaged the city hall so badly that it needed to be rebuilt. It couldn't be fixed. The damage was total. Number 5 is thoroughly. Thoroughly means the same thing as totally and completely. Here's the same sentence. The earthquake thoroughly destroyed the city hall. Now guys, you may be wondering if it is okay to use all these together. The answer is definitely yes. You can use all three of these words to boost your TOEFL writing score like this. Just compare these two examples and you can see what I mean. I'm very convinced that tidal energy is the best solution for global warming. It is very clean energy, plus it is very safe for large mammals. Does that sound repetitive? Now use the new words. I'm completely convinced that tidal energy is the best solution for global warming. It is thoroughly clean energy and totally safe for large mammals. In this version, you are completely convinced, and the solution is thoroughly clean and totally safe. You're sure to impress the TOEFL examiner if you use all these words in place of very. You may notice something else about these sentences. Instead of two sentences at the end, I made a complex sentence by using and removing the extra it is. Talk about an awesome written response. Our next word is highly. Highly often is used to refer to opinions. If you have a high opinion, then you have a good opinion. So here's a sentence using highly. I was highly impressed when I saw the Van Gogh exhibit. I used highly here because impressed is my positive opinion about the Van Gogh exhibit. Highly impressed has the same meaning as very impressed. On to immensely. Immensely is another word that you can use for very when talking about opinions. Here it is in a sentence. I'm immensely worried about the pollution in my city. Number 8 is especially. Especially comes from the word special. Especially means very, but with special attention too. Let's try an example. The government is especially concerned about the rising price of oil. This sentence means that the government is concerned about the rising price. It also adds the idea that the government is more concerned about the price than about other things right now. It shows the government is focusing on that one concern. I can also say I'm especially interested in studying English. That means I'm interested in studying English. But it also shows that I put more attention into studying English than other hobbies. Especially is awesome because it gives extra meaning to your writing. On to overly. Overly is another great way to impress the TOEFL examiner. It means very, but it also gives the idea that something is too much. Overly is usually negative. I feel the government is overly inclined to spend money on weapons. This sentence is awesome because it shows that the government is not just inclined or likely to spend money. The word overly shows that you disapprove of how much money the government is spending. The last word today is excessively. This word has the same meaning as overly. It means too much and usually is negative. It is longer though, so it looks like you have a great vocabulary. See how it works in the same way. I feel the government is excessively inclined to spend money on weapons. So here's a quick review of the words to replace very. First, extremely and exceptionally show more emphasis than very. Next, completely, totally, and thoroughly show the whole amount of something. Highly and immensely are best used with emotions. Especially gives special attention to something. Last, overly and excessively show you feel something is too much. That's it. That's how you use 10 words instead of very to raise your TOEFL writing score. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If you have any questions or a video wish, comment below and I would love to see you here next time. Bye bye!